Jocelyn from South Central Houston has a question about moisture issues.
Well, she just purchased a home near downtown, Tom. And Jocelyn writes, I noticed that my spices and foods are hardening. She says my leather couch has signs of mildew, and anything with leather or vinyl or plastic has signs of mildew. So the home, she says, was built back in the 1940s on a pier and beam foundation. She said I had to move out of the house. It got so bad. So now, Tom, what Jocelyn wants to know is, does she call a general contractor to fix this? Does she need a mold specialist? What does she need to get to the bottom of this?
The first thing, I think the major problem is air conditioning. I don't know how the air conditioning system works. I don't know if you have window units or central unit.
Or any.
Or any at all, for that matter. And maybe it's a matter of getting at least a dehumidifier in there, because this is Houston. And if you're always, when you have these kind of problems, it usually relates, unless it's a water leak, to an air conditioning problem. So look into that first and make sure that the air conditioning system is working right. Hygrometers are what we talk about to measure relative humidity. You can get them very inexpensively at a Walmart or a lot of different places. You want to make sure your humidity levels are 60% or below. If it's above 60%, it can be a problem. Now, when it comes to spices, a lot of people don't know this, but I like to cook. There is a date on there. Yeah, can you see? There's a date on your spices, and if you go past them, they're going to harden up no matter what. Some people keep those things a long time.
Oh, I know.
Pepper from 1940. All right, so you might want to get rid of that too. But as far as that goes, I think it's an air conditioning issue. Now, the last thing I'm going to comment on, because it's an old home, is underneath the house. If water is building up and standing under there, because when the house has been there so long, the ground around it tends to get higher because of all the mulch and the grass and this and that. And it just starts to get taller, and it becomes a little a puddle or a pool under there. If that's the case, someone needs to go in and put some sand under the house to bring the level up.
Something you want to keep in mind if you own a pier and beam house in general.
Always, yeah. And the older they get, people don't realize that they mow their grass, they put landscaping in, and all that stuff kinds to builds up, and gas leak gets a little higher.
All right. News you can use.
Yes.
Okay, you got a question? Send it to us. We'll answer it just like that. And you can find out if you're too high or low, whichever way you want to go. Send us the question. We'll answer it just like these ones over here. And if you subscribe and click this bell button,
ding,
music to our ears.